This video content is educational and informative. Realistic fishing is not fake and won't pretend to be excited just for views. He will not say he loves you or call you his fam, hoping you'll purchase something. He is not promoting any brand, company, or product in particular. This content is not sponsored and is brought to you solely by Realistic Fishing.
You know what time it is. Turtle rescue time. Sorry, bro. I'm moving ya. So many turtles around here get smashed by cars. Not today, though. Let's get out of here. No boats here, but there is one behind me making its way over here to the public park. Welcome back to Realistic Fishing. I'm over here at Skeletor Park, and I'm really hoping this boat over here doesn't make its way over here to crowd me in the small bank fishing area that I have. Anyway, we're going to fish with this today, Lucky Strike Lucky Craw. Looks kind of like a Rage Craw. Similar packaging too. Let's get one out of here. A little bit stiffer than a Rage Craw, but similar. Anyway, let's get it Texas rigged and see if we can get a bite. That's it right there. Let's see if we can find a fish out here at Skeletor Park before the boats come. Well, they're headed this way, so I better go out on the dock and fish what I can before these guys do. I'm stuck on the bank. They're not. They can go anywhere. 20,000 acres. Inching closer and closer. I can hear the casts getting closer and closer. This is pretty much what I got right here. They're covering all the water behind me. Casting to both sides. Well, I give them some credit for not coming right up on me. They are still fishing this bank over here. Compete with the guys in the boat and fish this bank, or go this way. We'll go this way. I'll say it again, if you're in a boat and you come to a public park and compete with bank anglers in this small amount of space that's allocated to them, you're kind of... You got 20,000 acres you can fish where I cannot fish. Why? Why choose that 200-foot strip along the bank at the park? I guess you're just so desperate for a high. You're so desperate to catch a fish. And, you know, there are no boats here. There's no trailers. Wherever they came from, they came over here specifically to fish the park. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why I spend more and more time fishing at the small lake. All right, let's fish some sloppy seconds. Thanks for covering this water, guys. And there'll be people in the comments, "You don't own the water. He can fish wherever he wants." So what if it's a public park and only people on the bank can fish in this one area? He's in a boat. He can do whatever he wants. Yes. All right, they burned up my spot. Now they're out of here. Cool. I'm not sure if they fished it before I got here, this end of the park over here. I assume they did because when I got here, they were kind of drifting this way toward the dock and then they came in. So, not exactly sure. Man, that's crazy. They literally came from who knows where on the lake to fish the park. And just so you know, when I complain about these guys in boats doing this, fishing the park, adding all this pressure, I'm not doing it because I am personally disappointed. Actually, I'm used to douchebags doing this. But if you're at the park and you're fishing and you're wondering why you're not catching any, it could be because of pressure. Guys in boats fishing at the park, they literally can catch the fish before you get there and you wouldn't even know it. Anyway, let's go change rigs. All right, one way to overcome the pressure is to fish for something that they weren't fishing for. So we're downsizing. We're going with a jig head and a small minnow under a float. We're switching to the ultralight. No more seething. Let's see if we can get a bite. There's a bite, something small. They can't really take it under. They're just kind of nipping at it. Probably a small bluegill. Got him. It was exactly that, small bluegill. First fish today, 4-incher. Don't do that. Easy. I just want to look. Fish on. Second fish today. Oh, a little bit better. Got maybe a 5.5, 6-incher here. Came right off the hook. Nice. Not big, but at least it's something. Fish on. Small bluegill number 3. I take that back. Long-eared sunfish. Tennessee's most tropical fish right here. Look at that bright neon green pattern. I don't know if my camera does it justice, but this is like an aquarium fish. There we go. Another small one. This one is a bluegill. Tiny one. Look at that, 3.5 incher. I was hoping to find some bedding bluegill. Not yet. All right, last few minutes we'll spend over here fishing this tree, that side of the water. Come on, just one more. Maybe 2 more. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Another one of these. Skeletor Park Special. 4-inch bluegill. Call your mom. Come on, one more. Fish on. A little bit better this time. Just a little bit better. Still a bluegill, I think. Yeah. Five incher. Come on, one more. Fish. Last one. Here we go. Another Skeletor Park Special. 5 incher. Last fish of the day right here. Thanks for coming on the show. Go tell your friends. I'm out of here. Well, that's it for today, folks. I was dealing with some extra pressure when I first got here. I was going for bass. Needless to say, I didn't catch anything. To deal with that pressure, I switched it up. I downsized, I went with a gulp minnow, and I got a handful of bluegill and sunfish. Hey, if you're not catching anything at the park, it might not be your fault, especially if people in boats fish there. Thanks for watching Realistic Fishing. Keep it realistic.